How you doing, guys? This is Andrew from the Warrior Vault. I have a battle report for you that I got in last night at my FLGS, and I was Empire versus High Elves. Here's a look at the lists. For my Empire lists, I like to bring a lot of shooting because I really can't go toe-to-toe with some of the elf heroes or demon prince or anything like that. So I'm bringing two cannons, two hellblasters, two engineers for the hellblasters because you don't take hellblasters without the engineers. I have a night bus, demigryph, steam tank, a couple other heroes with some extras in here. If you want to look into the list more, just pause the video. And for Empire Magic, I always go with metal. I have Searing Doom, Plague of Rust, Enchanted Blades, and Glenhenna's Hounds. Now, I kind of really wanted to get Final, and I didn't get it. Final would have really helped me against these White Lions that have the Banner of the World Dragon. But, what are you going to do? Okay, so he ran the Lure of Life. He has Earthblood, Flesh to Stone, Awakening of the Woods, and Dwellers Below. Right, so deployment, I kind of overloaded the left side. I put everything towards the middle and then overloaded the left to kind of throw off his deployment. And here's my knights here with my Arch Lector, my BSB, the Demigryphs. I put this engineer here so he could help out over here if he needs to. As you see, this is my Metal Wizard with his 10 crossbowmen, a detachment of 5 archers. The other engineer, he's in this unit currently. He could also operate this gun, but I put him in here to defend against shooting. My steam tank, Hellblaster, and other cannon. And just to show this side of board, there's nothing over here. Alright, my opponent. This is his night boss, which he has 3 characters. His BSB, his general with a 1-up rerollable, and his mage. His archmage is also mounted, which is in the 2nd rank because he has full command. He vanguarded here. He has his 32 white lions. He also has 12 or 13 sisters and 14 archers, 2 bolt throwers, and he vanguarded to behind his building. And this is his Frost Phoenix, which I like how I put my deployment far on the left side, so he's going to take a couple turns to get to me, and he's going to have to eat some cannonballs. I'm going to make him pay for it. He's going to earn it. Alright, I won first turn, which is great. This Empire list wins first turn a lot because I don't have that many drops. Alright, so I move everything aggressively forward. I wanted to bridge this gap here. I didn't want any way he could move his fast cavalry in between there. Let's see here. I moved the engineer over to join the unit for protection. I moved my other engineer out and back to operate the cannon. And I moved my detachment to the right to protect the Hellblaster in case he wants to take those long-range shots with his sisters or his archers. Steam tank, I got 4 steam points, which is great, but he rolled double ones for his movement. Still fine, I still get the direction, but I kind of wanted to get him out in the front of the board so that he can protect against the White Lions. Now see, I put the steam tank down first in the middle of the board, and I usually take one side or the other with the Empire. By doing that, though, and him putting the White Lions on the far left, it's going to take me a while to get there. So this kind of hurts a little bit. Alright, so Magic, I got a 5 and a 3, no channels, and yeah, I didn't channel with the Warrior Priest all game. I haven't played Empire since, I think, February. February I did a tournament. I went 3-0 with them with the same list, but besides that, I haven't played them in a while, so I forget a lot of their rules. But I was able to get off Enchanted Blades, which I put on the only unit that has range, the crossbowman, and Plague of Rust I put on the White Lions. And my thinking is, he's not really going to stop Plague of Rust. It's not that scary. But if I put it on the White Lions and I can keep adding it up, well, at least one time, but my ballistic skill shooting is going to be the key to this. I was thinking later in the game, I get the steam tank next to him, I drop some breath templates on him, he has no armor save. As White Lions start, they get a 3-up. So if I can keep minusing his armor save, maybe I can negate that some. And now, as it is, the Hellblasters, he won't get any save against. For shooting, I'm able to kill the Frost Phoenix in one shot. And that's like one of those things, man. Sometimes cannons work great, sometimes they don't. And I just gotta say, man, I'm sorry, that sucks. But it's the way it is. And I was able to panic the bolt thrower. See, the thing is, this was a friendly guy up the game store, so I really feel bad. It's not a competitive setting. And when I do something like this, it just hurts. And I asked him, I was like, do you want me to bring less competitive lists? Because I have 2 lists here. And he said, no, I'm building for tournaments. This is what I want. So This is the kind of stuff you get. Alright, so we got the cannon here shooting off a couple white lions, and then we have the enchanted blades killing 3, and I think the archers needed 6s to hit, and they didn't really do too much. But we got High Elves turn 1. Alright, so he moves up his sisters to be in range to shoot my mage bunker. He moves up his eagle, so he's going to try a double flee here, I presume, and then he moves up his knights. So what I'm suspecting is he's going to double flee through this building, and he's going to leave me high and dry, and he's probably going to charge me with both of these units. That's what I see in his tactics. And then he moves the fast cav around to threaten my guns. Okay, so for magic he rolled a 6 and a 1. For the first spell of the game, he rolled double 6s. This is so bad because he miscast, got a 10, and lost 2 of his spells, his 2 defensive spells. He's still scary because he still has Dwellers Below, but yeah, Earth Blood probably would have helped him with his bus, and Flesh of Stone's great on White Lions. So that kind of sucks, but with his shooting, he's able to do 1 wound with the bolt thrower to the steam tank, and able to take out 6 of my crossbowmen. Alright, so it's Empire turn 2. So I had to really think about what I was going to do in movement. So the first thing I did was I used the demigryphs to charge the fast cav, because I don't want to play into his game here. And his fast cav run off the table because, you know, he doesn't want to fight the demigryphs, and it'll leave me in a position where I can get possibly 2 charges after that. So that's why I used the demigryphs first, and then I go for the sisters, but I failed my charge. It's one of those things that, like, if I would have got the sisters, that would have been great. If I don't, well, it's okay. I'm still out of his threat range. At least I think. Okay, so I move these guys over to the left because I'm going to try to shoot off the eagle. And, yeah, the steam tank basically does nothing. I get 3 steam points. I try to move again. At least I can turn my facing, but I only get 1 edge again. Sometimes the steam tank just doesn't do anything for you. Sometimes it just crushes people. And then, yeah, I don't have a picture of this later on in the shooting phase, but yeah, the Hellblaster, of course, kills the Reavers. Okay, so for magic, I was able to put Enchanted Blades on the Hellblaster, yeah. And then I also was able to kill the sisters with it and lower the armor save once again of the White Lions. So now in combat, they have no armor save. And they only have a 5-up versus shooting, which I'm okay with that. Okay, so my 5 shots here were complete misses, needed 6s, and my cannon did not come through for me. So I needed the engineer over here, and I don't know where the other one is. I may not have moved him into proper positioning, but I was unable to kill the eagle. So now he's free to charge the cannon with the eagle. And I'm not too afraid of that. If he wants to do that, that's fine. The cannon and the eagle will probably sit there and pillow fight for a while. He's not going to just kill me right away, and especially since my BSB is close enough. I don't have any problem with that. Alright, High Elves turn 2. Okay, this is his measurement, and yeah, he's a lot closer than I thought he was, because this is what happens. He needed something very small. I forget that these guys have such great mobility. On 9 with Swift Stride, they might as well be flying. And the White Lions needed a high number, but they had failed, so they move up a little bit, but they didn't get the double charge. Okay, so the eagle flies up, and he's going to try to chaff my knights up because he definitely doesn't want me to stick around and get a flank charge on his hero bus. Okay, so he tries to cast Dwellers, but he fails. He needs the bigger version, and I think he missed it by a couple. And he was going to cast it at my mage unit here because he can't see the knights with his mage being right here. And he does another 2 wounds to the steam tank, and these guys shoot at it, and I don't think they do any wounds. Okay, so yeah, I whiff all my attacks. I basically get 1 through, and he blocks it, I think. And yeah, he basically kills 2 demis, and I've run 9. He was unable to catch me, but that puts him here. We take dangerous terrain. I think I'm the only one that takes a dangerous terrain wound. So out of all that combat, he really crushes the demigryphs, and he only takes a single wound. So yeah, that sucks. All right, Empire turn 3. So I charged the eagle, of course. I rallied the demigryphs, which is great. I move up these archers, And the reason being I moved them up is because he would have trouble wheeling at this point, that if he wants to get any kind of charge in this direction, he's forced to charge my demigryphs. And I put them in such a way that any of these units in front of me will all be frontal charges. So if I have to, there'll be a meat shield for another turn, and that's what I'll use them for. Alright, so the steam tank made 3 steam points. He goes to move, and he rolls a 1 again. 3rd time in a row. Rolls a 1. Okay, so for magic, I got a 6 and a 2. He was able to use his Dispel Scroll against my Searing Doom, or it was the Hounds, one or the other, but I was only able to do 1 wound to his Knights. So that wasn't overly effective. He also has MR3, which that helps against Searing Doom and things of that nature. Alright, so for shooting, the steam tank's able to kill the 1 bolt thrower that it was trying to face anyway. And the Hellblaster really chews up these Knights. So what I'm thinking here is I try to get the Knights down to enough rank and file models where he wouldn't get lookout sirs no more. It worked that way. I did better than I needed, and then I was going to shoot the cannonball through them and try to kill as many heroes as possible, but the cannonball overshot him. So, can't have anything, but yeah, the Hellblaster just tore through that unit. He only has heroes left at this point. And of course I killed the Eagle, and I reform, and that's the end of the turn. Alright, so for High Elves turn 3, he splits up. He charges his Prince into my Mage Bunker. He moves his BSB behind his White Lions, and he moves his Mage to chaff me up, and also to throw as many dice as possible at Dwellers. Okay, so he tries Dwellers, and I'm able to dispel it. I think he got it off with a 22 and with 4 dice or something, or yeah, and then I threw 6, I think, and I got a 23. Something of that nature happened, and he just missed it again. So I'm really scared of it. I honestly am. I mean, I'm going to lose a third of my unit when he casts that spell, so I'm trying to avoid it, and I'm going to need that unit to fight the White Lions. Eventually, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so he shoots the bolt thrower, kills a demi, and I challenge with my engineer to protect my mage, and he kills him. And I know at this point that I would have been steadfast, so that's why I did that course of action. So I passed the steadfast course. Empire turn 4. Okay, so I charge his mage right here, and I also charge the White Lions. Now, see, what I'm thinking about the White Lions charge is, well, if I charge the White Lions, he's going to probably kill average 2 demigryphs, and I'm probably going to take off another 6 wounds of his, hopefully, or 4 wounds. Maybe I can whittle that unit down a little bit more. In hindsight, I probably should have fled and worked him with the Hellblasters, like when he tries to charge me the next turn, but, you know, I went for the fight. And the steam tank, it misfires and locks up the engine. So I have steam points. The one thing I needed to do was to turn around and smash this guy and hit him with something like 9 to 11 impact hit strength 6. That would have been great, and kill this guy, but no, he's going to go on to kill my mage, of course. Okay, so I didn't have anything really to cast in magic. The steam tank was able to shoot and kill the other bolt thrower. And yeah, he rolled great. I botched my saves. And basically, I did nothing. I think I killed 1 White Lion, maybe 2. I don't know. It wasn't worth it. If it would have worked out according to plan, I would have had 2 left at the end, not 1, and I probably would have had a couple more attacks. I don't take a banner in Monstrous Cavalry units for that very reason, because, you know, when you're running away, you want to have 2 guys left, and you don't want the one to die. Now, at this point, if there was 2 guys left, I would have rallied again, still been able to utilize this unit, but now it's going to need double 1, so that's no good for me. And I was able to kill the mage, of course. He challenged, but I killed him with the BSB, and then I horse-kicked him to death, the last wound. Okay, so yeah, he ends up killing and overrunning, and that panics one of my Hellblasters. And that's the end of turn 4. That's what it looks like. So High Elves turn 4. Well, end of Empire turn 4, I'm sorry. High Elves turn 4. Okay, so he charges the demi, and I'm forced to flee. Run through the steam tank. Steam tank don't care. And then he fails to redirect. But, yeah, what are you going to do? His roll after anyway, he wouldn't have made it. We just rolled it just because. So he moves his hero up to this point on a steam tank, and I asked him why he was doing that, if he was trying to railroad me or what he was doing, and he said he's playing for this tournament and they look down upon it, so he's not trying to railroad me. And how I've seen it in other tournaments, and also how he said I could do is if I turned, I would be able to be in contact with him as far as a charge because random movement. I looked at it. It's kind of cheesy. I don't know how I feel about that. So this is the end of turn 4. He really can't do anything. These guys back here rallied, but they can't shoot, so there's not much to do. All right, Empire turn 5. So I decided that that's kind of cheesy, that I don't want to charge this Lord that way, so I charge into the White Lions with the steam tank. Now my thinking is I make 3 steam points, okay? This thing has rolled incredibly below average this whole game for movement. So it's got to do at least average, right? I need 10 inches. 10 inches is average. I need 9. Come on, you got to do this for me. So it makes it. And also, I also charged here. I think he looked at me funny when I did this, but I had a little plan in my head. If I charge here, he's only going to do 2, maybe 3 wounds. The steam tank's going to knock off so many wounds that I'm going to win combat, and he's not going to be able to reform. So that's my thinking. So then the very next turn, he's going to have to do something with his hero if I don't kill him with the Hellblaster, and I should either be able to charge him or I'll be able to charge the White Lions. But I was able to kill him with shooting, which is to be expected. The Grape Shot I rolled 8, which is great for the Grape Shot. I think I did like 4 wounds, and he negates them all. The Hellblaster, I think I had 24 shots, something incredible, and he just barely took the 3 wounds. It was scary. He almost survived, and I was like, geez, this guy's so hard to kill. 1-up rerollable. Some things will just kill you right off the board, like the cannons, and then some things you gotta shoot a million shots at. And I just wanted to be noted that I did try to shoot my cannon on this left here at him, but that would have went in this direction, and I missed. And this cannon here, I can't shoot it because the rules say that there's a possibility that I could hit into combat or my own troops if I was the overshot for 10. So I didn't even bother. All right, so yeah, he kills the 2 guys after he takes his 9 impact hits from the steam tank, and that's that. He stays because stubborn. All right, High Elves turn 5. He's able to kill 1 more. The steam tank is down to 3 wounds, I think. And I elect not to use my BSB. Because in the rulebook it says you can choose, but I want to clear this avenue so that the knights can get the next charge. And then he starts to reform now that the guys aren't there. And he comes up with this formation. And the reason why he wanted to do this formation was because he wanted to put more models in, my models in the front instead of the flank, so that I would have to wheel around and hit the front of him. It was kind of strange to me. I don't really know how that works, so we just pivoted on an axis like this, and I just hit the front. All right, so this is my last turn. He challenged with his BSB. I accepted with mine. We both have the Sword of Might, but I figure I have a 1-up rerollable. He has a 2-up ward versus the first wound, but only a 1-up, I think. So I think I got a pretty good shot of killing him. His archers charge in the next turn. I don't have a picture of it. We were basically just having a good time and laughing the whole time. That I didn't get as many pictures as I wanted to be able to pick through the good pictures, but yeah, so that's what's going to happen. Spoiler. And so this is his turn, and that's the end of the game. This is where they would charge in. I end up killing his BSB in the challenge eventually, and he has a couple White Lions left, and his steam tank has 1 wound left, so this is the end of the game. It was a great game. All right, so my post-game thoughts. The Hellblaster and Engineer, that's probably the best ballistic skill shooting in the game, I'd say. That combination and the reliability of like a 1 in 6 is a misfire. You roll that 3 times, and then you're allowed to re-roll 1. And then if you get 2 misfires in that actual equation of those 4 rolls, you only half your shots. That's incredibly reliable. That thing hardly ever sees the black powder chart. I could have castled a little more. I know I was going against an elite fighting army that, they kicked my butt in any kind of fight. And I probably should have held back and made him come to me a little more. But I kind of felt like I was going to try to outmaneuver him. And in a way, I kind of did. I kind of psyched him out a little bit. His White Lions moved back. He thought I was going to charge bull rush right ahead. And it kind of helped me out. Prince mounted with high strength is a very good character. In my last game I played last Thursday, which I don't have a battle report for, I played 3K and I had a Prince mounted with strength 6 sword, 4-up ward, and man, the quality, because you only have 4 attacks, but most things in the game you're hitting on 3s, and you're re-rolling, the quality of attacks are so good, and then your strength 6, which I think that's the magic number to killing things in Warhammer Fantasy, because even the toughest things are, they're only getting 4-up armor, 1-up till 4-up. Now, see, if you pay for strength 7 or anything more, well, he ran strength 7, which he might like that build, but there's a point where it's diminishing returns, where you get to this point where you're buying this expensive item, now you can't protect your hero as well, and I kind of don't like it. I think 6 is the magic number, because strength 7 is not going to be even utilized against most troops in the game. And this picture here, and it shows where I took this charge. In all honesty, I should have just held. The one Hellblaster could have shot up this way, thinned him out a little more, because he wouldn't have gotten any kind of armor save. Then when he tries to charge me, I flee. If he goes over here, I flee again, and then I have 2 Hellblasters. I would have knocked that unit down to maybe a couple guys and then run through them with my knights. That's what I should have done. It's not what I did do. But, yeah, you don't always think about it when you're playing a game. That's one reason why I wanted to start making these battle reports, because they have me analyze the games afterwards and see little mistakes that I made that I could improve my game later. But that's the end of the battle report. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any comments, just put them in the bottom. Any questions, I'll be sure to answer. And as usual, like and share. Thanks, guys.